Olá gente boa, espero que estejam a ter um fantástico dia. Como sempre deste lado está o vosso amigo Nelo e no vídeo de hoje temos a continuação do fantástico jogo Hogwarts Legacy. Amigos, nós no vídeo anterior sempre fomos à biblioteca com o Sebastian, sempre adquirimos o livro e agora estamos aqui no gabinete do professor Fico para continuar aqui na história. Por isso vejo comigo. Olha, já tenho mais outras coisas. Ok. Belo começo. Como eu estava a dizer, vamos sair agora na missão. Tem aqui a Nath, acabou de mandar um correio coruja pedindo para você encontrar lá em baixo Oxfield, um vilarejo. Boa. Será que vamos poder ir? Mapa do mundo. Okay. Este é o mapa do mundo, a parte dele está coberta por neve, limitando que dá para ver. Okay. Vilarejos são pequenas comunidades pelo mundo fora. Continuar. Este vilarejo abaixo de vilarejos oferece novas oportunidades para vendedores, chamas de flume, missões secundárias e colecionáveis. Baixo ao fio está localizado no campo e é um vilarejo mais próximo a Hogwarts. Em homenagem à escola que todos frequentaram, os habitantes decidiram chamá-la Oxfield e, entretanto, mais ou menos na mesma época, os moradores de Alto Oxfield também optaram por esse nome, querendo se assemelhar a Hogsmeade. Um acordo infeliz foi selado e cada vilarejo, passou-se a diferenciar pelo acréscimo de um adjetivo ao seu nome. Okay. Olha bem, conforme você explora, o que é que eu vou fazer? Ou vou fazer uma missão. E tanta coisa já, boa. Agora outra, varinhas cruzadas, já fui. Aula de herbologia. Mas eu queria ter canatis. Espera aí, vamos ter canatis? Vamos lá, é como apetece fazer. Vamos ter canatis, boa. Vamos lá, vamos pôr aqui. Canatis deve estar aqui, ok. E não dá para ir, não temos chama lá. Vamos ver, também aproveitamos e vemos um bocado do mundo, não é pessoal? O mundo, ai, tenho que comprar um cabo novo. Bora. Deixa eu ver se isto não falha tanto. E é, amigos, eu vou-me focar mais na história principal. As histórias secundárias, não sei se devo trazer aqui para o canal, mas se tu achas que eu devo trazer, deixa aí o teu comentário, começa a comentar e deixar o teu comentário que ajudas também o canal a crescer. Quanto mais engajamento eu conseguir, para mim, melhor. Ok, amigo? Tens algumas sugestões para dar? Opiniões? Não te coibas de falar. Opa, eu estou aqui a olhar, já me estou a perder. Mas como eu estava a dizer, deixa aí as tuas opiniões, os teus comentários, se devo trazer as secundárias ou não. Eu estou indeciso. É que eu tenho feito tudo para não ler nem ver vídeos sobre este jogo. Eu estou aqui completamente a zero. E, para dizer a verdade, estou simplesmente a adorar. Para agora, não tenho nada a dizer. Tenho a dizer o... como é que é dizer? O caso do... eu estou a jogar no PC, antes de ser o patch assim, uma pessoa teve aqui muitos problemas com quedas de FPS, fora isso, 5 estrelas. Olha, vamos lá. Olha, vira. Onde é que será? Será ali, aquele virarei, aquilo já parece um... que é isto? Não dá para entrar, ó, já temos aqui, ok, já escusamos. Ai, está fechado. Ah, se tem para subir. Opa, espera. Olá, caro colega, a passear. Passear. Ai meu, está demais, já mostro. Deixa-me apreciar o castelo. Opa! O que é este cara? Tem uma passagem ali. Nós não temos a nossa vassoura, não é, amigos? Não era mais rápido, acho eu. É meu, está porreirinho. Tá sim, senhor. Mais uma cambalhota para. Olha, chegamos, cá está a Nath.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Diz.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Eu não sei.
I've never met
Vou
Rookwood or
continuar
Harlow.
a não dizer.
Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Mattibilliland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Opa.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Pensava que íamos fazer alguma coisa. Opa.
What's going on here?
Qualquer coisa. Espera aí. Vamos ver o que é que é.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Grace Pinch Smiley.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes, my name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Vamos mergulhar.
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
What exactly is an astrolabe?
É aquilo para ler,
It's an
não é?
astonishing ancient navigational tool. Essentially a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
They must have come this way. Think!
Opa. Pra aqui. Peraí. Deixa eu ver. Com licença, estavas à porrada?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time.
Olha,
Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student! You can't be serious!
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
You come to the wrong place.
Potato!
My best one coming.
Ah, foste, brutamonte.
Oh, what's the light
Oh.
go out of your eyes?
Ele lá, este é. A secção coleções do seu guia de campo foi utilizado com um novo tipo de inimigo. Você pode obter informações valiosas sobre os inimigos com suas fraquezas e certos feitiços. Boa.
Get over here, you insolent fuck!
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Reductor, you'll take this!
Caraça.
Reductor!
Foda. Ai, Zezinho.
Tell Rookwood to find me himself.
Bit dodgy with this, Reductor!
Olha, já fui.
An advert
Ainda não.
Right now.
Ah, que caraças. Já fui. Vamos lá. Vamos lá, cara. Aquela ali é mais. Deixa eu ver. Eu tenho os feitiços todos.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Ok, já vi isto.
Perhaps some nice flat. We can hold them off.
I can go anywhere.
Ah, caraça, pá.
Actually, tell Rookwood to find me himself.
How embarrassing.
Boa.
You've made a great mistake. You're going to regret that.
Ei, falhei, cara. Boa.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Quem é
You
Priya?
mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin, gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Pensei que fosse mito.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Vamos lá ver então.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Vamos ver. Também estou curioso.
My word! See that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Revelio. Accio. Levioso.
Espera aí. Vamos.
Reparo.
Não.
Conjuring fire might work. These are pyres after all.
Ah. Espera aí.
Incendio. The flames make the pyre sink.
Estou a tentar as dicas, não é? Não. Foi.
Incendio. Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
Aí.
How beautiful!
Olha ele, olha ele.
What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Bora. Blá. Olha bem, vamos ter uma aula, vamos despachar as aulas, que nós ainda não temos mais de não sei quantas aulas para fazer. Tem ali outro, mas depois eu vejo isso. Tenho ali mais coisas secundárias, mas... Vamos para a nossa salinha. Ora, viajar. Agora já dá para viajar, malta. Já não temos que andar aquilo quilómetros todos a pé. Vamos ver que lição é que vamos fazer primeiro. Vamos ver. Espera aí. O que é que temos aqui? Oh, não é isto que eu queria carregar. És mesmo marreta. Vocês podem me chamar marreta. Eu não levo a mal. Missões, ok. Aula da herbologia. Vamos lá. Vamos à aula da herbologia, bora. Olha, vamos comer aqui uma maçã. Lorororo. Claro, colega. Com licença.
What are you up to now?
Já tivemos aqui, não? Não, nunca tivemos aqui. A parte nova.
Revelio.
Parte nova, é. Para entrar para nada. Ok.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Olha, é uma professora nova? É.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh,
É,
here.
professora
Any
Áudio.
goodies for today's class? A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root.
Mandragora.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. Quickly, place your mandrake in the new form and cut down the soil.
Espetáculo.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
Sou eu?
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Vamos ver.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say. Nearly went deaf.
Well, yes. Of course, the cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or rose?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital
Interagir,
ingredient
ok.
in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all
Mesa
should know from Professor
plantio.
Sharp's class.
As folhas desta erva medicinal são usadas na opção Wiggenweld. As sementes de dittany podem ser compradas normais e podem ser cultivadas em vasos de qualquer tamanho. Ok. Pronto em 9 minutos. Rendimento 5.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora. The Chinese chomping cabbage.
Coelho
You'll find that
glutão
some
chinês.
plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Bora.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but you'll lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put... Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Just mind your fingers. I almost lost a stuff. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. And they'll do the rest.
Ataque não com o polho. Ali Segura ali para abrir a... Ah! Sim, foi. Pressiona.
Look at that. Nice complimenting me to get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the
Como é que é? Ok.
They left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Vamos lá.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Vamos lá. Olha, deixa-me treinar mais um bocadinho, como é que eu faço? É L1. Ok. Tá. Ok. Bora. Bora. Estou meio perdido. Opa! Foda-se, como é que eu desço? Oh, não.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots.
Deixa eu só ver uma coisa, espera aí.
Damned hearing.
To make anything, understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships.
Oh, não fez nada. Estava a ver se aquilo fazia, atacava. Agora, aula de soluções, bora. Vamos despachar as aulas. Giro 4. Já estou no nível 9. Ok. Sai da frente que atrás vem gente. Não estou muito longe, acho eu. Que é marreta?
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow an aura
Oh.
I bet he knows more
Vamos lá iniciar mais uma aula. Mais uma aula.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Ai, uma boa espinha.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Bora, vamos lá ver agora. Coleto ovos de cinzal, coleto pelo de vira-lata das trevas. Opa.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Fine job brewing your first Wiggenweld potion. But there are many potions yet to learn. This is going to be a busy year.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Opa.
Yes, but why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Ajuris potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Okay.
I'll get you the Fwooper feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Eu acho que este cada vez que acaba a animação eu fico com uma cara muito séria.
Remember, precision.
Pelo, já está. Ok. Memorando. Sessão de autor do assunto, Borgen e Books. Onde teve um. Olha, vejo isto. Ok.
Revelio.
Oh. Tenho pena. Ok. Acho que já temos.
Has a few potions on hand.
Here's the Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Ajuris potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Olha, vamos lá.
Proficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed.
Espera, vi aqui qualquer coisa.
And be thorough.
Oi, só um. Pá, interagir. Ok. Prepare poções a partir de receitas bloqueadas na estação de poções. As receitas dos ingredientes podem ser compradas em lojas específicas. Os ingredientes também podem ser cultivados e encontrados na natureza. Uma opção que ajuda a curar. Desculpa, amigos. Uma opção que ajuda em curas e prestar um pouco de vida a quem a bebe. Pode ser preparada em uma estação de poções. Tem preparação, está ali a contar, uma garrafa. Ok, pegar. Qual é este? Uma opção que aumenta a defesa a quem a bebe, cobrindo a pessoa com uma pele de rocha resistente. Vamos lá. Bora. Era esta que tínhamos de fazer, pessoal. Eu fiz a outra, mas era esta que tínhamos de fazer, ok?
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah! Get it! Dragon's Dog! What happened?
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor.
Again,
Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
Já tínhamos feito.
I brewed an Adurus potion as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients. I simply grow most of what I need.
Novas missões disponíveis. Boa.
Ugh, my robe.
My Wiggenweld potion's utter rubbish. Wish I could just replace it with one from J. Pippin's.
A portrait in our common room wants to talk to you. It's Eldritch Diggory. He used to be the Minister for Magic, I think.
How nice to see you, my young friend. Trato dela, não sei quantos.
Revelio.
Pensas que eu... Tem mais uma.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself. So few students know who I am these days. Eldritch Diggory, former Minister for Magic and founder of the Aura recruitment program at your service. I believe you can help solve a decades-old murder, thanks to that book you found, and, in particular, its missing pages.
How do you know about the book and the pages?
We portraits hear more than you might suspect, and most of us can keep a secret. So, what say you? Surely a Hufflepuff such as yourself would be inclined to help seek long overdue justice.
Assassinato.
This could be right up my street. Even we Hufflepuffs enjoy good mystery.
Glad to hear you're up to the challenge. Plus, I believe you'll benefit from this undertaking. My great niece, Helen Thistlewood, can provide you with details. She's retired now, but was a skilled aura in her day. And the unsolved murder of which I speak was her case. I often visit my portrait in her home, in the nearby hamlet of Upper Hogsfield. Shall I tell her to expect you?
Can you tell me more about your great niece?
Cream of the crop when it comes to auras. A star pupil here, and then an exemplary servant to the ministry. And her spark hasn't diminished one bit in her retirement. She and I often chat about old cases and our glory days. No offense, but it's nice to get away from the students and converse with someone who's familiar with my legacy.
When were you the Minister for Magic?
Over 100 years ago. 1733 to 1747, to be precise. The stories I could tell you. Didn't have the chance to do all that I could. I was in the midst of reforming Azkaban when my life was cut short by dragon pox. I was sneezing sparks to the bitter end.
Vamos lá.
I shall go and see her right away.
Brilliant. With what I suspect is your knack for hard work and her keen mind, both mysteries may be solved sooner than you think. I shall see you there. Soon, I hope.
This is the third review, my sibling.
Olha, vamos lá ver. E com caraças. É uma viagem muito longa para fazer a pé ainda. Também tenho aqui, posso ir já para aqui. Vamos, malta. Vamos. Opa. Vamos ver o que acontece. Pode ter que é um mais à porrada. Para ver se isto fica mais movimentado. Cá estão as plantas. Olha, nós estivemos aqui, cara.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Isto é onde é que vai ter a Hogsmeade, malta. Alcoída. Mas eu lá tinha. Não estou a perceber. Ok, vamos ver onde é que nos leva. Ok. Não é nada ok. Tá bem, estou bem. Não me enganes, mapa. Caralho. Este mapa é mesmo enorme. Um caralho, tem que ir horas e horas e horas para uma pessoa se perder, meu. Por licença. Ei, valente. Oh! Que caraças, vim ter ao mesmo sítio.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
E é verdade, espera aí, não lembrei-me agora. Para. Tenho aqui muitos baús, meu. Eu tinha ali um. Espera. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo entrar. O rateiro. Ai, Zezinho. Estás a olhar, hein? Estás? Toma! Oh, 500, boa! Tinha mais, onde é que tinha o... Mas eu lembro-me de ter mais. Espera aí. Vinha para aqui. Não. Não dá para ir por aqui, ok? Olha, queres ver? Fiquei preso. Agora não consigo sair daqui. Eu não acredito, não consigo sair daqui. Ai, já me saí, caralho. Opa. Ora bem, vou ter que sair e continuar. Pá, malta, eu fiquei preso, caralho. Ah, isto não é justo. Não é, Boris? Não é justo. Só a mim, malta, só a mim. Boa. Ora bem, eu vou fazer exatamente o que fiz da outra vez. Eu vim por aqui. Não, não vim por aqui. E fugi por estes lados. Tinha ali outro, para ali. Era ali outro, para. Olá! E havia mais, eu não sei para onde, eu não tinha outro. Olha, vou aproveitar, vou já. Aqui a loja.
Welcome. Come on in.
Pacote de cimento, pacotes de figueira. Pode sanguinar em vasos pequenos. Vasos pequenos. Cimentos de...
Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
Aí eu podia ir buscar feitiços, meu.
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Espera ali, eu tinha ali outro. Eu tinha para ali mais. Pô. Aqui não era? Espera aí. Eu vi logo. Aí. E acho que tinha mais para aqui. Agora também.
Finally, I'll have enough for that wind wisp. Well, not meant to be. Also,
Agora eu já me perdi. Mas já conseguimos abrir 4 baús, acho eu já. Com licença. Estava a ver se dá. Opa. Ouvi barulho, estou a ver ali no mapa. Deixa eu ver. Só por curiosidade, o que é? Eu vi logo.
I'm famished. Such
Ah, foste. Eu vi logo.
Ranrock has fooled you all to your demise.
Eu vi ali no mapa, eu disse deve ser qualquer coisa. Não tem aqui nada para mais para mim.
Revelio.
Will. Não. Olha, tá ali, tenho ali mais. Quero andar à porrada, meu.
Sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me. I will make you pay.
Oi. Fantástico. Até mais. Há aqui muita coisa. Há aqui muita coisa. Ó. Eu podia ir mais. Vamos lá, acabar a missão. Está longe. Para naquela casa.
This must be the place Minister Diggory mentioned. Helen lives around here, so...
Here you are. I'm pleased to see you took my advice.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this. Madam Thistlewood, I met your great-uncle in his portrait in my common room. He sent me to speak to you.
I'm pleased you came. Uncle Eldridge believes the book you found and its missing pages may be relevant to an unsolved case from my time as an aura.
Very well. I'm listening.
Decades ago, a student named Richard Jackdaw disappeared after going to meet a girl named Anne. They never found his body. When his headless ghost appeared briefly in Hogsmeade, wholly unaware of how he died, Anne was convicted of his murder and sent to Azkaban. It was in large part due to the testimony of a girl called Apollonia Black. Jealous of Anne, I think.
That sounds terrible, but I'm not sure how I can help.
Anne's alibi was somewhat labyrinthine. She said Jackdaw promised her adventure following a map he found on some pages he'd stolen from Peeves.
And you think Peeves ripped those pages from the book I found in the restricted section?
If my great-uncle is to be believed, yes.
Opa, tá a entrar tudo no... encaixar tudo.
Suspect. Anne insisted that Jackdaw had asked her to follow the map with him, but only after she solved a series of puzzles he'd prepared. Odd way to woo a girl. She swears she never even solved the first puzzle, so they didn't meet. Jackdaw's ghost vanished almost as soon as he appeared. Without Jackdaw's puzzle, pages, or remains, Anne was sent to Azkaban based solely on Apollonia's spurious testimony.
I don't understand. What can I do to help?
I believe Anne may have solved the first puzzle by now. But after spending time in Azkaban, she's a shadow of her former self. She won't speak to anyone she doesn't trust. And she trusts no one. If you, a student with a connection to the pages, like Jackdaw had, spoke to Anne, she might reveal new information.
What a horrible story. If you think I can help, I'll come with you.
This is wonderful news. You are to be commended for your kindness and bravery. Fortunately, being a retired Aura has its benefits. We can apparate right to her. I've escorted ministers, professors, and many others to that blasted place. Never a student, I'll admit, but I will keep you safe.
Fala mais sobre a
Can you
Polónia.
tell me more about Apollonia Black?
Wretched, vindictive girl, that one. Apollonia claimed that Anne threatened to kill the boy after he broke her heart. The Black family's power over certain people in the Ministry, along with the fact that Anne is Muggle-born, sealed her fate.
I'd like to know more about Anne.
That poor soul never was the brightest girl, and that lack of wit proved to be her undoing.
I half suspect Jackdaw and Apollonia were merely toying with her. Who could have known he'd end up dead?
She's not held up well in Azkaban. In some ways, she blames me for not proving her innocence. I'd like to clear her name if we can.
You said Jackdaw's ghost appeared briefly, then vanished.
Olha, mais
Where do you
um
think he
golo
went?
d'água.
I have no idea. Evidently, he was always a bit restless, going on and on about adventure. If I had to guess, he tired of Scotland and is somewhere on the other side of the globe by now.
Bora, vamos lá.
Very well. Let's go.
Steady
Let's
yourself.
go.
We'll apparate together. Don't worry, I've never splinched anyone.
Do take care now, and tread lightly in that horrible place.
We'll be there in but a moment.
Ei.
Expecto Patronum!
Percebi. Isto é nível sonoro.
That ought to keep them at bay for now. Though, be aware, you may feel a wave of despair. It will pass.
Thank you for the warning.
This really is a dismal place, but we'll be out of here soon enough. Now follow me.
Bora.
Mind your step.
I never thought I'd see the inside of Azkaban for myself.
Nasty Dementors. Not even I could convince the Ministry to send them off. There's no need for such monsters.
She's been here a lot longer than the rest of us.
Quem é? Bora. Sou curioso, malta. Sou curioso. Ouço qualquer coisa, tenho que ver. Olha, 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 olha.
I'd cast Crucio on the lot of you!
Ih, aquela está no chão.
You don't scare me, young cur. They teach you so little of what you should know at Hogwarts.
That witch you're with has a dark cloud over her. I can feel it.
Has someone come to feed me? Is someone near?
No one at school's going to believe this.
Now remember, Anne has been here a long time. The Dementors aren't kind. Have patience and speak to her quietly and respectfully.
Are you Anne?
Who's there? Who speaks to me? Is that death finally come for me?
I'm a student from Hogwarts. I found the book that you said would exonerate you.
Ah, the book, the book! No one would look. None of the mages found the pages. Methinks the feckless knave meandered to his cave. My fate was surely sealed in upper Hoggy Field.
What are you trying to say? That the missing pages are in a cave near Upper Hogsfield?
Hogsfield, ruins house, a vault concealed.
A vault in some ruins near Upper Hogsfield. I suppose it can't hurt to look.
Can't hurt to look. Go find the pages from your book. Ellen, know you're here. Come in closer, be a dear.
What is it, Anne?
Não estava nada à espera, meu.
You're hurt.
Go. The cave. You're safe now. You have what you need. I'll be all right once I get...
Onde que eu estou? Alto Silva, ok.
All right. I'll find it. I'll find Jackdaw's cave.
Tenho ali mais missões secundárias, mas já tenho muita coisa que fazer. Também.
Seems pleasant enough.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Ei pá, a música está demais.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not...
Não duvido que ir. Olha, vamos andar à porrada.
Revelio.
Vamos dar à porrada. O que é isto? Vamos lá, toda a estrela. Patrão. Era. Ele vira lata, boa. Só tenho um, tenho que ter outro. Boa.
These rocks have seen better days. This must be the place Anne told me about.
Já, espera aí. Que eu não quero entrar aqui sem... é isto. Não quero entrar aqui sem...
Lumos.
No escuro.
No one's been here for ages. Revelio.
Tenho ali. Proteção tritão de olhos laranjas, ok?
Incendio.
Estava a ver se...
Incendio. Lumos. Levioso! Accio! No, that's not it. It's no wonder Anne never found that clue. No. How did you do this, Jackdaw? Revelio.
Será que é as outras que não foram puxadas? Não.
No, that's not it. Revelio. Accio. It's no wonder Anne never found that clue. Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Ah, cara. Não era isto, cara.
How did you do this, Jackdaw?
Espera.
Oh, that's done something.
Boa. Agora
Revelio.
são estes três, ok.
Lumos.
Oh.
Accio. Revelio.
Então este, ele.
Accio.
Eu quero outro, esse.
You couldn't outwit me, Jackdaw.
Cabecinha pensador. Oh. Com as páginas? Isto já. Minha querida Anne, muito bem. Colecionou o meu quebra-cabeça. Sabia que você era semelhante a mim, a única pessoa com quem poderia compartilhar minhas aventuras de verdade. Encontre-me perto da floresta proibida assim que puder e mostrarei a você o mapa que eu comecei. Não há como saber onde ele nos levará, e eu o encontrei junto com as páginas que o pirraça arrancou de um livro secreto, e mais ninguém consegue encontrá-lo. Não sei o que nos espera, mas fico feliz em saber que partilhei o meu caminho com você. Este é só o começo. Richard, PS, fico feliz por você ter encontrado isso. Caso contrário, eu teria ido sozinho. E que graça teria. Estou a ter dificuldades em ler, meu. Vou ter que arranjar algo.
So how did he die? Was she to blame at all?
Saia da cripta. Okay.
This looks intriguing.
Could it be? Has someone solved my puzzle after all these years? Well done indeed. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw? I heard you disappeared years ago. You have some explaining to do.
I do? That was my puzzle you solved. What are you doing here?
A retired aura, Helen Thistlewood, told me about a map you stole from Peeves. And then Anne told me about a cave.
You saw Anne? Broke my heart. I had to go on without her. Probably best for her in the end. Dare I ask? How is she?
She was imprisoned in Azkaban for your murder. I fear the Dementors have taken an irreversible toll on her.
What? Azkaban? Oh, poor Anne. I had no idea. I thought she'd written me off. I've been traveling the world for years to mend my broken heart. I came back here only recently, on a whim. I must speak to the aura you mentioned and see how I can help Anne.
I'm glad to hear it. Before you go, would I still be able to find the pages with the map Helen mentioned?
I'm almost certain I dropped them in the cave the moment I was beheaded. They're bound to be mouldering away with the rest of me. Tell you what, meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you precisely where to find them.
Pode ser Fevereiro, eu gosto de saber estes pormenores todos.
How did you lose your head?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do find yourself in a cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor. Whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. Found them on the floor outside the library where he discarded them. Not my luckiest find, all things considered.
Helen mentioned Apollonia Black. Did she set up Anne to take the fall?
Have you never met any members of the Black family? They can be rather vindictive. Once Anne showed an interest in me, Apollonia couldn't let it alone. That her own heart had grown cold simply didn't matter.
Bora.
Thank you. I need to find those pages to help a friend.
I shall see you there.
Who lived here, I wonder?
Siga as pistas, ok. Tá, tarefa da professora Cat. Oh. Preciso aprender o feitiço para desarmar antes de seguir o fantasma dos Richards até a floresta proibida. Ah, não posso, ok.
I should investigate. It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Preciso aprender o feitiço para desarmar antes de seguir o fantasma dos Richards até a floresta proibida, ok. Vamos para o castelo outra vez. E é isso, amigos, o vídeo vai ficar por aqui, espero que se tenham divertido. Eu diverti-me imenso. Se és novo aqui no canal, já sabes como é que isto funciona. Subscreve, deixa o like, partilha com os teus amigos, mas faz-me esse favor, carrega no sininho. Dessa maneira não perdes nenhum dos meus vídeos. Como eu disse, amigos, vejo no próximo vídeo. Fui.